Welcome to another very odd edition of the WDW POV live stream show. Yeah, no real intro this time. We just went, bam, here you go. Not a very big, what you would call splash about the show being on tonight. Didn't get to really publicize it much. So I'm going to sort of wait here for a couple of minutes. We have some news that I'd like to announce tonight as I pick something from my tongue. There we go. Popcorn shell. Yes, I was eating popcorn earlier today. Let me talk about that. That's actually somewhat interesting. So today, let me go ahead. I'm just going to type a message here. Say, I know a lot of our audience are probably already in Orlando, and here we got one right here. Just to prove my point. Hey, Patrick, nice to see you from the Orlando area. So yeah, welcome everybody. I know it's going to be a light crowd tonight. Like I said, I didn't really publicize this episode. I literally just threw something out there, maybe a half hour, an hour ago. I don't know. I put something out there, but welcome to the WDW POV live stream show. This is, I believe, episode 112, if I counted correctly, and it is September 27th. Now, today was an interesting day. I took Jack to a Cleveland Indians game. It was the last home game of the season, and actually the last game ever as the Cleveland Indians to be played at home in Cleveland. Next year, they're changing the name. They're changing them from Indians to Guardians because, Guardians are so much nicer, apparently. The Guardians are some white guys, and the Indians were, Native Americans. I thought the Indians were a nice tribute to the Native Americans, but lo and behold, we had to change the team's name after over 105, 110 some odd years because it was offensive. So this was the last official game at home in Cleveland of the Cleveland Indians. So it was interesting. Hey, Heather, how you doing out there? Got a little bit of news I was going to try and announce tonight. Again, I know it's going to be a late crowd. I know there's a lot of people already at Disney World in the Orlando area. Help me talk here. In the Orlando area, because this Friday, October 1st, is the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. So, with that said, hey, Neil, how's it going? Like I said, another strange show tonight. I did no intro. I just sort of popped right in. But we do have an announcement. We do have a little bit of special news. So, this has been like a crazy day for us. Okay. So, like I said, I took Jack to the last official home game of the Cleveland Indians ever, because they're not going to be the Cleveland Indians anymore. It was actually sort of a touching moment. The team came back out after the last out. They won 8-3, which is a great game. The team came back out after the game was over, after a couple minutes, almost like doing a curtain call. It was actually quite touching. There were literally, I actually saw some guys literally crying over this game at the end of the game. So it was a very touching moment. Class act at the Cleveland Indians, the players, and they came back out of the dugout basically to, like I said, give sort of like a last curtain call to the audience, to the crowd. Really cool stuff. And hey, embracing the repeat, there you are. That's I'm going to guess that's Samantha. So I know Patrick said hi, Samantha. I know you guys are already, as Patrick said, in the Orlando area. So this morning, actually sort of late last night, but this morning, my wife sort of said, okay, do you want to go? And we've been on this on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again trip to Disney for the 50th anniversary. As many of you know, there's been a tough year for us, me in particular. Basically monetarily, and so I have to sneeze. If I sneeze in the middle of this, I might just try and mute the mic for a split second. But monetarily, not a great year. Hey, Holly's out there. So late last night, first thing this morning, it's like, do you want to go? I'm like, are you joking? I mean, what are the chances of us getting anything at this late stage of the game? And so, and here comes the big kahuna himself.
What are you talking about? You always were trying to get ready to leave.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm telling everybody. So Mr. Marcus is here.
I can entertain them while you leave and help pack.
And that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, that's what I got planned. So here's the deal, gang. Okay.
So that was the plan all along. Wait for me to come up here.
It was not the plan all along, but it actually worked out.
Leave me with everything.
We may have a solo co-host. Okay.
That's not how it works.
I know, but that's what I usually end up doing when you don't show up. You end up not showing up, and
it's not solo co-hosting. You're just hosting.
I'm a solo co-host. Well, now we're co-hosting, so that's good. So,
Jeff, a co-host story. A solo co-host story.
So
is that what it is?
So we have some news this morning, and oh my goodness, the hoops I had to jump through. Heather's out there. Oh, see, Heather knows. Heather knows what I'm saying. So yes, was able to get. So now we downgraded our trip tremendously. Originally, we're supposed to be going to a nice deluxe resort we were supposed to be there like 3 days ago and stay there through the weekend coming up. But that didn't happen. So we did a much reduced trip with only a couple of days in the parks. But as it's going to turn out, we're leaving. What time is it? 8:08. We should have been gone like probably 40 minutes ago. Okay. So we're leaving very soon. And we'll be making a long drive overnight. 16, 18 hours roughly. It's about a 16-hour drive, but with stops, it ends up being about 18. 18-hour drive overnight down to Orlando. So we should be there tomorrow somewhere 2 o'clock, maybe 3, somewhere around that time. I hope earlier. But that's the news. That's the exciting news. So people that are already down there, hopefully we can get together. We are going to be at a Thursday night meet and greet type thing at Disney Springs, sort of near where the balloon is, that Aero whatever balloon. What's the balloon thing called? Flights of something or something. Anyway,
it's a hot air balloon.
It's like a hot air balloon. Yeah. So we'll be near there.
Not like it is.
We're going to be doing a meetup with the Monorail Tales podcast because I also belong to that group. And so the Monorail Tales crew, they're all going to be there. We're hoping to have a good number of people meet up with us there at Disney Springs. So that'll be happening in the evening, maybe I think 6, 7, 8 o'clock-ish, somewhere in there. I'll get details and post it. But so, yeah. So anyway, Steve was saying Nevaeh is so excited to see Miss Patty, Jack, Jeff, and maybe even Marcus too. Steve's already giving you a hard time here. Holly, thank you. Yeah, so it's the 4 of us.
Well, if we ever meet up with Steve, I'm sure I'll see him, but he won't see me.
There you go. Yes, you better watch out for Marcus, Steve. He might sneak up on you. Yeah, Holly. So yeah, it's going to be the 4 of us: Marcus, Jack, me, and Patty. So that's who will be going. Who is this we? What is she saying? Who is this we?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So that's the
hey,
deal.
Maybe I'll go for the 100th and I'm in my 60s.
You technically could do it. You're 18, another 50 years.
I'll be 68.
You'll be 68. You could be at the 100th Walt Disney World anniversary.
Probably won't.
Maybe they'll make the pink cake again just for you, like the 25th. You think?
Maybe they'll do that in the 75th.
75th. That could be.
And then they'll
completely revamp the castle for the 100th. Who knows?
Yes, Neil, I will drive as carefully as possible. As long as Patty can drive for about an hour, I'm usually good. I can drive through the night without any real sleep, as long as she gives me a break, maybe about 10 hours into it, somewhere in there. So that's the plan. We will be there at Disney World. Well, we'll be there, at the resort around, sometime tomorrow. Yes, Samantha, we have to. I mean, if we don't, it just wasn't worth the trip. Okay. That's sort of the whole point is we want to try and, meet up with you and Patrick and, Steve and Mary and, lots of people that we know are going to be down there. John Sakari said he'd try and he seemed excited.
Why would you want to see that big fat panda?
Oh man. Steve says Marcus will
I
be
would never
hitchhiking ghost that followed me. Oh, okay.
No, I'll never copy the Haunted Mansion in any way.
Well, you could hitchhike though, behind Steve.
Well, I mean, I could hitchhike, but I won't be a ghost.
Okay. So that's the news. If any of you are going to be down there, please message us. You can private message me if you'd like. We can try and figure out what our schedules.
Co-hosting, or was that a joke?
No, actually, you might be solo co-hosting, so I can finish helping get packed.
All right.
Otherwise, we're going to be here till midnight before we leave.
Well, I guess I can talk about that one thing.
Okay. He's going to talk about
Something I like.
something he likes on Disney Plus. What's it called? Visions?
Yeah, Star Wars Visions.
Star Wars Visions. He actually liked it. Something he liked. This is something.
And it was Star Wars.
Well,
And guess, wait.
Patrick says he won't be hard to find.
Wait.
Yes, Neil, we will try and do
And
picks. I'll try and do some live streams while we're down there. At
Wait.
least, definitely some live streams while we're down there.
And just so we're clear, one of the few good Star Wars things Disney has put out was outsourced to other studios.
So it wasn't really Disney. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It was outsourced to anime studios or animation studios that weren't Disney.
I'm going to leave the mouse to you.
I have the power.
He has the power. I'm going to step out. This won't be a long show. I don't know how long you want to go.
Yeah,
It's completely up to you. But so that's the news, gang.
I'll probably just rank them if anyone knows what they even are.
Okay. And then if you want, I can come back up. We can wrap up and sing our song. And
Who cares?
no, we got to sing the song. So I'm going to head out because I have some packing to finish up.
All right. So has anyone watched it or any of it? Like even tried to watch it? I'm going to steal your chair.
Go ahead. Switch seats. You can take the big seat.
Whoa. Got the Rise of the Resistance last night. Said it was 40-minute wait. We were off the ride and through the line in 32 minutes. Sounds pretty good, Steve. All right, so has anyone seen Star Wars Visions whatsoever? Because apparently they just dumped every episode on Wednesday. I don't quite understand why they would do that. And I think on Thursday I stayed up till like 3 a.m. watching all of them. It's an interesting time, honestly, because I like Japanese stuff and I like Star Wars, and I've never really watched any anime that much, but Japanese culture and animation style really lent itself well to Star Wars as a whole. And now I'm okay. No one cares. Why did I highlight that comment? No one cares. He's probably gonna storm up here or something in the next 2 seconds. As soon as he leaves, I get no feedback, mostly because none of you are interested in this, I'm sure. You all are only interested in going to the parks. I get it. Nobody wants me to be a successful solo co-host. That sounds like I'm talking about something in California. Who knows? Or colo host. Oh, you're listening, embracing the repeat. Well, at least you're listening. I mean, some feedback as to whether or not people have even watched this show. So I'm guessing most of you haven't watched it. So for the uninitiated, it is a anime it's an anthology series, which means, oh, you haven't heard of it, Holly? Well, they've been running ads for it recently. It's a Star Wars anthology series which means none of the episodes are connected to each other whatsoever, and each one is a different art style, and they range from about 15 to 20 minutes in length. And each one was done by a completely different studio. Yeah, we watched the first 6 together. Well, I rewatched the first 6 with my dad, and he didn't see the final 3, which I'd say the first 8 have some pretty high quality as far as story, and yeah, they are actually pretty good. I got more invested in these stories than the entirety of the sequel trilogy. Like, I'd rather see these stories continued than, you know what, even The Mandalorian, I'd rather see these stories continued than that. Well, Steve, I don't blame you. I'm not thinking that you guys are huge Star Wars fans based off of your interactions before. At least I don't think so. So I thought I'd just rank the 9 episodes from lowest to highest in my personal favorite order. Who cares what English is? How do you compare them to prequel and sequels? And what about original series? Are we counting original series too? Because it's kind of hard to compare them to prequel and sequel. If I were to just compare them to the sequels, I'd say they're all a lot better. Maybe episode 9 isn't as good overall, but still slightly interesting if they had executed it better. So I think I've given my bias there already, or not bias, but a little bit of information there already. The last episode, I think, is the worst. Episode 9, Akakiri. I know how to pronounce these things, but I'm going to butcher all of these anyway. So episode 9, Akakiri, is easily the weakest out of all 9 of them, which I kind of hate because it was the last one and it didn't leave it on a good note with me. You know, do I harass you when you're solo co-hosting? It's really hard to pick one to put between that and the rest because 1 through 8 are all really good. But if I were to pick an episode to go in spot number 8 as far as my personal ranking, I'd probably say episode 2, Tatooine Rhapsody, takes number 8 for me. And that's by a pretty good margin compared to episode 9. And these are all really good for the most part, except for 9. I think I've already stated that. They're just all so good. I can't pick one to go under. Okay, I think, yeah, this one, episode 3, The Twins, probably go at number 7. It seems fair. So if you guys could watch these and then next week we can compare your list to my list. That would be really great. But yeah, the Twins, it's got some good jokes. It's got that over-the-top anime action to it. Actually, I should probably go into my reasons for why all of these are at their place. All right, so let's just go back to 9. This is really good. I'm really good at this, as you can tell. All right, so let's just go back to number 9. A Kakuri. The description says a Jedi returns to his forbidden love to help defend her kingdom from a Sith-like shogun. From the description, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty good episode, and then you watch it. It's the shortest one out of all of them at 13 minutes. It's really uninteresting. As you watch it, the sound mixing is actually, I'm saying maybe next week they can watch them and then compare what they thought of compare their thoughts with mine. But yeah, episode 9 comes in at number 9 because it just fails to deliver on what it could have been. The sound mixing is very bad. Like, there are these loud drum sounds repeatedly through the episode, and you just can't hear what the characters are saying. And it gets really annoying. All right, then Tatooine Rhapsody is coming in at number 8. Go Pack instead of doing a show. No, Mary, no. I said I would do this. I'm the only one well-versed on the topic, and I will do it. So coming in at number 8, we have Tatooine Rhapsody. Description: a band with big dreams must save one of their own from Jabba the Hutt and Boba Fett. This one has like a chibi anime art style, which I find really funny compared to what the first episode is. This one's also only 13 minutes. And the concept is so ridiculous that I don't know what to say. It is just amazing. It is a band in Star Wars, like a rock band. It's just so funny to watch most of it. A problem I have with most of these is that they involve Jedi and lightsabers way too much. Like, they could have done stories not involving Jedi or a lightsaber, and any one of them, but no, each one had to have like some type of lightsaber fight. But Tatooine Rhapsody delivers on that for the most part, not having any lightsaber fighting actually, or really any matter of anyone being a Jedi. Like, I feel they could have just done more of a simple life thing, showing how people live their lives in Star Wars. But no, each one of them had a lightsaber fight scene. That's my biggest disappointment with the entire series as a whole. All right, and then I said number 7 was episode 3, The Twins. Description for that is: twins born into the dark side clash aboard a massive Star Destroyer. This one is really good. It has ridiculous, over the top, what you expect from anime action. None of it makes sense in the grand scheme of things. And the episode just pulls it off so well. Ridiculous voice acting. Lip syncing that doesn't work because it was made for Japanese, obviously. Yeah, the Twins episode was cool. And it pulls off the light speed, hyperspeed, whatever RAM way better than episode 8 did. But I just like most of the other episodes more than it. This one is actually pretty long. It's 17 minutes. And I'm not sure what style of anime to call it. I'd say more like a traditional style, a little bit cleaner. For some reason, hair will go over eyes, but the eyes will still be on top of it. Like, someone's hair will come down over their eyes, and then for some reason the eyes are unobstructed.
She's not helping. Yeah, you can stay there if you want. Let's swing over.
So yeah, I've only gotten through places
Well,
9.
Here's the deal. So you keep
8,
saying
7.
episode 9, episode 8, which gets confusing because that makes it seem
Yeah.
like episode 9 of the pre-sequel series.
Yeah.
When you say
Sequel.
episode 9,
You mean sequel?
sequels. I think I started saying, but yeah. So
How do they compare to the sequels?
you need
and
to
prequels?
specify
Yeah.
like instead of episode 9, 8, it's like show number or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Or visions
you're
number
making-
8, number
you're-
visions number 7.
You're making a lot of sense.
But really? Anyway, I'm downstairs. I'm trying to pack. I'm asking Mom, is this ready to go? Is this ready to go? She's on the phone. She won't get off the phone. I'm trying to get her off the phone so I can find out what needs to be packed.
All right. So do you want to comment on what I've placed at 8 and 7 because you've actually seen those 2 episodes?
I agree.
Tatooine Rhapsody.
See, I don't.
It's just so ridiculous that it actually works somehow.
I think at this point we're probably just going to have to like get going.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Do you want to give your top 3? Why don't we do that?
Oh, top 3.
Give your top 3.
My top 3. Oh man, it's actually pretty hard to choose.
Okay, well, you could put them all in one group. You could say the top 3 are in no specific order.
Oh no, I have a top 1.
Oh, you do have a top 1. Okay, well then 2 and 3 might be like a tie.
Yeah. 2 and 3 will probably be.
She's weird sitting over here.
All right. So 3rd place is probably a tie between The Elder and Lop and Ocho,
And
which
those
you
are-
haven't seen
I
either
haven't
of those
seen
2.
either of those because
The
those
third
are the
place-
7th and 8th show of Visions, not episode show. We'll call them shows.
Yeah.
So-
But those 2 would probably be like a tie for top 3.
Okay, so I have 2 more to look forward to as really good ones.
And then The Duel and The Ninth Jedi would probably be close for my number 2 spot, but I don't know.
yeah, the Ninth Jedi I liked. That was cool.
I'd like
a
to
good
see that
episode.
as a continued series. And the literal body's getting chopped in half.
Oh my goodness. What's that show? The Ghibli
Oh, Princess Mononoke.
Princess
Someone
Mononoke
gets decapitated with an arrow.
with an arrow. This is animated decapitation with an arrow in a
It was
movie.
great. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it was good.
The Village Bride goes in there somewhere, but it didn't reach top 3 status
Village
for me.
Bride. Well, what's your top 1?
My top 1 goes to TOB1,
Oh,
my favorite character in
TOB.
all of Star Wars now.
He's seen what, a 15-minute, roughly 15-20-minute show, and they have this droid. What's it? A TOB1?
Yeah.
which is actually Toby.
Toby with an I,
Toby with an I.
which is
Toby.
actually the female spelling if you think about it.
It could be. It could be.
Because have you ever met a man named Toby with an I?
Not really. But Toby was.
It's Astro Boy in Star Wars. That's literally what this episode is, and it is great.
If anyone's ever seen Astro Boy,
Like, I'm not joking
It
when it's
was
literally
Astro-
just
it was
ripping
Astro
off Astro Boy. It is just ripping off Astro Boy
pretty much.
as Star Wars, except it's a protocol droid that looks like a young child.
But you're okay with that they ripped off
Yeah, I'm
Basically.
okay with that because they did it in a way that makes sense.
because it's sort of in the same realm of animation, even a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah.
But Astro Boy was sort of
It's a droid that wants to be a Jedi. What's not funny about that?
it's sort of like Pinocchio. Pinocchio wants
It's
to be a little boy.
It's Pinocchio with Astro Boy, with Mega Man, with all the things.
Well, that's good. That's good.
It's my favorite Star Wars character now.
Well, what time is it? 8?
Literally, no one wanted to talk about my topic. This always happens to me.
Well,
Nobody
because-
wants to converse.
This would be more over onto your gaming thing. This would probably fit more into your gaming.
How would it fit into gaming? It's talking about a TV show.
Well, I mean, it could be gaming and anime and
Well, in my
kind of
description
stuff,
for
I
my
mean-
YouTube channel, it does say games, movies, TV
See?
shows, and possibly books.
so you should probably do an episode on your what is it called?
Marcus Talks, which is actually next to impossible to find just by searching it.
Marcus Talks,
With
all
a-
one word.
I think it.
Or is it
I
two
think the
words?
channel might have a space in it, but
Okay.
I don't know.
So Marcus Talks. Maybe we'll see it again or a more detailed.
Yeah, maybe you
description.
can link it after I post it or something.
That would work. I
Yeah,
could
it's
do that.
Marcus Talks with a space.
I mean, we
in it.
plug everybody else on this show.
I've only
so
got 3 subscribers.
Why can't I plug yours, right?
Yeah. It might not actually be interesting to watch mine because I don't know how to handle TV shows whatsoever.
Okay. Well, you could always, I'm sure if you do like little quick blurbs or just, still pictures,
Yeah,
things like
just
that.
take still pictures. I could probably do that.
You're probably allowed to do that. But if you do like long bits of this and that.
Yeah.
Drive safely. Steve saying, we'll see you sometime after you get here. Yes, we need to try and make sure our schedules sort of line up at some point.
So yeah, next week when we have time. Well, actually, I'll be doing something next week.
What's that?
I'll be reviewing a game next week. So
It's reviewing a game next week. Okay. Well,
so I probably won't have time to get that out.
We're going to run.
Yeah.
Probably half our audience is already at Disney World. So, so we're going to get going. I'm not sure.
The lightsaber designs.
And I'm not.
That was another thing.
Oh, they had lightsaber design.
Every episode, the lightsaber design was so good.
Oh, the umbrella one. That was interesting. An umbrella lightsaber.
Well, not umbrella, but
it sort of looked like an
you got to give us a heads up so we can watch before you talk about the show.
Oh, maybe about your show, so we can give them a heads up.
Yeah, we can probably post a link to my YouTube channel or something. Although that'll probably like limit the reach you have on Facebook.
Although I might have to charge you for that because I don't do plugs for anybody unless I get money for it. And speaking of not getting any money for plugs, Grand Circle Tour is going to be on tonight, I believe. I don't know if they're going to be at 9 or 9:30. If Holly's still out there, she can maybe say something since she was on the show earlier. But yeah, I know last week they were on late. They started at 9:30. I think Stan told me they might be starting late tonight as well at 9:30. So obviously we're not going to keep our show going until then because we're trying to get out of here and start driving. I got a long drive. So yeah, so you do the show.
Okay.
We'll plug
next week.
We'll cross post it and all that stuff. And maybe we'll get you a few more subscribers on.
I've got 3.
Talks. Am I one of them?
I think so.
Okay. But you had how many views? I mean, you
got
like about 10 or 15 views.
That definitely weren't me watching my own video.
Right. Every time you watched it, it went up another one. It went up. No. You had actually for a first video that you did, which that one was on what?
On some problem
was on
with
some
3DS games.
Yeah, some 3DS game.
You could leave sooner if you weren't chatting. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's ironic because I was downstairs asking over and over, what do I move to the car? And she was on the phone the whole time. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. We got to get going. And hopefully we'll see a lot of people that we know down in Walt Disney World.
And hopefully everyone subscribes to my YouTube channel next week.
Next week, once we get that figured out.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to head out. Let's sing the song. And that looks like our audience just doubled here in the last 2 seconds. Didn't it? It just like doubled.
Yeah.
What just happened here? Well, we're getting ready to leave. And again, the news is we're heading out.
She was making the garbage payment, so it sounds important.
She wasn't. You were not. Oh,
it's time to say
one, two, wait, 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Now it's time to say
goodbye to all our company. MIC. See you real soon. That might be actually true. KY, because we like you. What are you doing? MOUSE.
I'm trying to speed this up.
Oh my goodness, that was a horrible closing. Horrible. Okay, well, actually, that's sort of funny because this is the first time when we say "see you real soon." We might actually see you real soon, at least for those who are in Orlando and the Walt Disney World area. So, again, if you happen to be there, message if you want to message me or Patty. Facebook message us. We'll try and get our schedules figured out, and maybe we can try and get together with a few people while we're down there. At least I'm hoping. Anyway, T9, I wish you could be there. I really feel bad. I know. But Anyway, wrapping it up. I don't know what happened. It's like our audience just doubled in the last couple of seconds here. Neil, take care. We'll try and get you some pictures. We'll try and do some live streams while we're down there. Probably some of them will be on Facebook. Some of them will be on our YouTube channel. If you're not already a subscriber, subscribe to WDWpov on YouTube, because I'm sure I'm going to post some things, live streams direct to YouTube that I might not do on Facebook and vice versa. So anyway, thanks, Nicole. It's been a roller coaster for sure the last year, but hopefully we'll ride some fun roller coasters in a few days. So anyway, take care, everybody. Thanks for being there, and we will hope to see you over the next few days, off and on, and then next Monday night, same time, same channel, and have a magical week.